another vlog here on the world of coasters. Today is an absolutely beautiful day for two reasons, or three reasons. First, I'm here with Louise, that's number one.
That wasn't a reason originally.
Second, we're at Thorpe Park today. And it's an absolutely gorgeous day. I am wearing shorts for the first time this year.
I've got my pasty white legs.
We got our legs out so we can get a tan. I've just spilt Fanta down the back. Got the freestyle cup behind me and it's in the bag and just drips down constantly. £6 to activate it, but it's well worth it. Keeps you hydrated throughout the day.
The annual pass.
Yeah, plenty of options. I think they're about 15 quid normally. It's cheaper than doing it at Alton Towers. It was £6.40 to renew it there. Anyway, we're here on the island like no other. For our first visit of the 2021 season, and I'm mega excited. I love Thorpe Park, like honest to God.
On a sunny day like this.
Oh, like look at it. Yeah, we're going to absolutely love today. So I'm here today with Louise, obviously to vlog. Next week I'm coming here on my Larry to film a cinematic. It's a new thing we're trialing for this year, and I'm getting so much juice down the back of me, like it's literally dribbling down my legs. Just carry it for a minute. Anyway, we're heading over to Swarm first, the 2012 B&M coaster. We're going to have a look around, see what's new for the 2021 season. Obviously, you've got the Black Mirror Labyrinth maze, which we'll have a look at later. That's not opening until May due to government restrictions. But yeah, I'm just pumped. Like, I want to get on some coasters.
It's going to feel weird going on Swarm.
Oh, I love Swarm. I remember when you wouldn't ride Swarm.
Yeah,
like, that's crazy.
To look at.
But with blue sky like that, like, it's just a picture perfect. Like, the thumbnail is going to look so good for today's video. I've just got to find it. So crowd levels are quite low. It's a Friday today, so we're hoping it's not going to be as busy as when we were at Alton Towers last week.
That was intense.
Let's go get on our first coaster of the year at Thorpe Park. Ride of the day, we're barely going to be waiting. It's not queuing out here, it's going to be straight into the station.
Flip side.
Oh, so you want to be on the side that goes over, yeah? So we want to be on the right side of the station for that. So it's going to be basically walk on for our first ride of the day. Hopefully it won't be busy today. Ride of the day done, and it was not even a 5-minute walk. We're talking a couple of minutes. We got a back row on that on the left hand side. They won't let you choose sides of stations because they need to fill both sides of the train up.
Which was sad because I
It's sad, but
I will go on the flip side later.
Going on the back row is brilliant because you literally just get pulled over the top of the hill. I like going on the flip side, like Louis says, which is the right side, because it kind of catapults you over, doesn't it? Anyway, now that's done, where do you want to head off to? We're heading over towards Detonator on Nemesis side of the park?
I nearly fell down.
Oh, I always catch you stacking on camera.
Know.
Anyway, we're going to head towards the back of the park and go from there. I don't think we're going to have many queues today. It's really quiet, although there's quite a lot of people here, so hopefully their throughputs are good and we get lots of rides done. We've got the Mac Rides Flying Fish here. We'll probably... Do you want to do it now or later? Okay, we're going to get this one knocked out. Absolutely no queue for it. A classic, one of the original rides here. Obviously it was themed as Space Station Zero when it came into the park over the other side of the park. It was an indoor ride with overhead restraints originally.
Wow.
I know. And then of course they changed it to the Flying Fish, which is known and loved. And when Stealth came, it was ripped out in 2005 for Stealth, and then it came back a couple of years later in its current rendition. So it's got on the fish, needs a new sign, it's starting to wear out a bit.
Now it's time for a music event, especially for all you
Literally a walk-on for the fish there. Can't go wrong with that one. 3-lap special. We're going to head towards the back of the park like we said originally, and I think Stealth is the next one.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the mood.
I feel that we're just going to be ticking off rides very quickly today.
I wonder if we'll be able to go to Storm Surge. I doubt it. It's normally for bigger
yeah, it's like minimum of 4 on that, so I don't know whether they are, because you can't really social distance in the dinghies. But there was no social distancing on Flying Fish. Everyone bunched at the front, and we sat at the back on our own, didn't we?
Back row is like
literally everyone was bundled at the front.
Back row.
Back row on Stealth is brilliant. You get pulled over the top. So yeah, let's head round into Amity Cove and go on Stealth. So Tidal Wave is 21 years old this year, and it's had a bit of a paint up for it. Last year it was sponsored by Oasis from Dr Pepper, so that was all changed. But they've done quite a lot of work to it, so we'll go have a look and see what they've done to it. I know some of the things have been removed and some new things have come. Right, so one of the biggest things to notice is certain parts of the lagoon have changed. We've got some new traffic lights and some new theming along here. Apparently the boat here is the new flame effect. As some of you may notice, the oil rig, which had rusted to within an inch of its life, is now gone.
They could have just repaired it.
It was beyond repair. I saw some pictures on social media. Anyway, like I said, this boat is apparently a new flame effect. I don't know how often it goes off. Maybe when the boat comes down, we'll soon find out. What a way to start the day. Like, just absolutely soaked. That's what this ride does best. On a day like today, dry nice and quickly. So yeah, just licks of paint everywhere. One of the more noticeable is the sign has actually had a repaint. It looks much more vibrant. It was fading quite a lot, but it kind of fit the theme, so it was alright. The toy boats are gone at the moment. Yeah, loving what they've done along here. Got some new planters with some new signage along here.
Just freshened it up.
I was just going to say, look, all of these, I think that sign was already there, but they've just got this nice little planter around it. We'll have to go on the Dodgems later, but there we go, the 2006 Intamin Accelerator Coaster. This over the past few years has really grown on me, like, ever since riding Red Force, it's like, feels too small, but you can't go wrong with it. The launch is just brilliant on Stealth. So let's get in the queue. Hopefully it'll only be a 5-10 minute queue for this one. So at the moment that train just ran empty, so they're probably having some technical issues at the moment. There are some people in the queue over the far end, so they're just holding us short of the queue just so they can get it running again. I don't think there's anything majorly wrong with it. Just hopefully we'll be standing there for a few minutes. Right, it was just a short, like, one train run around empty and that was it, so it wasn't anything major, thankfully. And we're straight in the queue and it looks like it's going to be straight up to the station at this rate. The Octopus Gardens, I don't know, I think you can still get to them. Little known area, little quiet area, probably because of social distancing, it's quite a narrow path. But if you want somewhere quiet to go, that's where you go. No one in the queue, should be walking straight onto this one. Let's go, Stealth. So good to see they've got a new self-service bag rack here, a bit like Rita's one, so there's no baggage attendant now, you just drop your bag off there and get on the ride.
That works better because it's
quicker. Yeah. So the bag collection kiosk is closed, but it's much easier to get your bag now. I absolutely love Stealth. Like,
it's just such a good ride.
It's very good at what it does. It's a bit like Oblivion. It just does one thing, but it does it really well. And we were just sailing over that top hat. There was no. I used to like it when it kind of floated over, but there was obviously too many problems with rollbacks, so they decided to speed it up a bit. So it's actually 0 to 80, but it's not 2.3 seconds anymore. It's like 1.8 or something like that. I don't entirely know off the top of my head. Yeah, we're going to head round towards the Rumba Rapids. That's the way. You want to go on the Rapids? Yeah, can't go wrong with that one. Then head round to Nemesis and have a look at the Darren Brown Ghost Train, which will be going nowhere this year. Well, it might open later in the year, don't know yet. Rumba Rapids, 5-minute queue. That means it's going to be walk on, so let's get on the ride. freestyle mugs are bigger than Alton Towers ones, so you can't use the built-in cup holder, and they've got this padding on here, so that's a shame. Can't fit it in. So here we go on the rapids. It looks like it's running a bit faster than normal, so we'll see.
No, I don't want to get wet.
Like, they've dialed this one up over the years. It used to be quite tame, but will it be? Oh my god, good start. Louise is soaked.
No.
Here we go. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's been dialed up a notch. Like, I don't remember the water having this many white parts in it. Oh god.
Keep your arms and legs inside.
Get some lovely views of Stealth from back here, and over the past few seasons they've been doing this ride up a bit. So the shed has been done up, and there's a few bits of theming around the back. Oh my god! Oh no! Here we go. They've got their waterfall here. Why has Alton Towers not got their waterfall? Could use them a bit more theming in here though. Oh god! That got me good. Here we go. Oh yes.
Please remain seated at all times. Keep your arms
Bit choppy.
Bit choppy here. Sometimes you get stuck. This is where you get the mega waves. Oh, I'm so... No! That got me bad. My back is soaked. This is the area where you can get stuck, and sometimes you just get waved everywhere.
Yeah, I've been caught there.
Oh, it's definitely been dialed up a bit.
Oh my god! I'm on the corner first.
seated at all times.
That's the
Keep your
announcement
arms
for
and
me.
legs inside the boat.
Oh my god! Oh, and one final little wave. Wah! And one final little splash on my leg. And that's the Rumba Rapids. One of the best rides I've had on Rumba Rapids in absolutely ages there. We both got a little bit wet actually, which for an English Rapids ride is uncommon, but like I say, it looks like they've dialed it up a bit, otherwise we just copped every wave going. So we're around by Nemesis now, and all I can smell is pizza and pasta, but we've bought lunch because we're good. And I really want a pizza and pasta. A salad, a salmon salad. I'll have to show you later. So, Nemesis doesn't look like it's got too long a queue. Maybe about 20 minutes of that one. They're holding people short, so it is queuing down in this area here. However, it's quite fast moving if they're running two trains.
Going on Detonator next.
Yeah, Detonator's next up. I do like this Nemesis, but you can't beat Nemesis at Alton Towers, in my opinion. Like, I'm just sorry, like, this is a good one, but it's not a terrain coaster. Nemesis at Alton Towers is a terrain coaster. This one's just kind of built on the ground, not in it. Land now, and they've actually got rid of the interactive games along here, or they've covered them up with these pictures of various people on the rides. They were asking people on social media to send them in. Here's our next ride of the day, Detonator, the Thorpe Drop Tower from 2001.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So in the queue for Detonator now. It's still Angry Birds themed, which I wonder how much longer this Angry Bird theme is going to last in this land. I can't remember when they first brought it in.
Like a family area, that's why they've got.
Yeah, I know, but it's kind of, it doesn't fit in. Like, you've got Nemesis here and then Stealth on the other side. It's just kind of this land that's neglected.
All parts to do is steer away from the scary ride.
Well, that's their demograph,
Like the scary
though.
themes of ride.
They are the thrill capital. I know what you mean. Like, obviously, Swarm is a scary theme.
To, like, thrill people by,
You've
like,
got Stealth is the only one that's like not a horror theme. I know Nemesis and Colossus not really. Like, Nemesis is more of like a volcano theme. But yeah, I know what you mean. That's just kind of a Merlin Entertainment trait. They like dark coasters with scary themes. So Detonator looks like it's had a couple of new restraints put on it since last season, which is good to see. Some of the old ones are a bit like janky. They are social distancing on this, 1 seat between parties. Should be waiting about 5 minutes for this, a couple of cycles and we'll be straight on it.
Adrenaline-fueled day with us in the island way. However, please follow all COVID-19 safety restrictions or safety rules. Remember to keep your distance from other thrill seekers.
Right, so we've just come off basically a walk on to Detonator. I think we're two cycles are waited on that. And while we're on it, we've noticed where everyone is. Everyone is in the queue for Nemesis Inferno right now. I'll show you in a minute when we get round there. But literally, it's using all the extension line and everything. It's only advertising a half-an-hour queue, which I can somewhat believe. But yeah, like that's a crazy long queue. I love Nemesis, but it seems to be struggling with its capacity at the moment. Queue at the moment, it's actually in the complete overflow, which you don't really see. So that's where everyone is. Looking at the queue on the app, I don't know how well you can see it because of the glare on the screen, but most of the rides, Swarm's on a 15-minute queue, Stealth 20 minutes, Rush is 25 minutes, Nemesis 30 minutes, which I could believe it is quite a fast, high-capacity ride. We're running 2 trains. Soar's on a 45-minute queue, and Colossus is currently down at the moment, so we're going to head over to that sort of direction in the park.
Let's have a look at Storm Surge, see if we can...
We're going to have a look around, yeah, around Storm Surge Way, and I want to kind of look at Darren Brown's Ghost Train, and Colossus is running liars. The last remaining Thorpe Ranger, Mr. Monkey, still swinging proud after all these years.
Swinger.
Well, the Thorpe Rangers Carousel, which was where Darren Brown's Darren Brown's Ghost Train was around here, and that had all the Rangers, but that was ripped out. Obviously, this won't be operating until at least May, when government guidelines drop. Obviously, you've got the VR headsets on this, so I don't know how they're going to really operate them, or whether people... I don't know, like, I imagine they have, like, extreme cleaning measures in on it, like, in between riders, but there'll probably be people that don't want to go on it.
I don't see how it's going to open with the headsets.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, even if they clean them well, people are going to want to go on it.
Infrared cleaner in between.
Yeah, essentially. So this could stay closed for another season, which, you know, it's a good ride, but knock it down and build something decent. So they've actually got signage at the moment that says it'll be open on the 17th of May. It's a very popular ride, it's very high throughput. We probably will go on it, but it'd be interesting to see how they deal with it and if they've made any changes to it. Like, that'd be another thing that'd be interesting to see. So another thing as we come round past Darren Brown's Ghost Train is the Nitrogenie stand is gone. It looks like their contract's run out with Merlin, because Alton Towers, the one that's closed as well.
What they sell?
They've got the cookies and creamery, so let's have a look, see what they sell here. It looks like it's the same sort of thing. It does look good with this like steampunky theming.
Open it up, please.
They might open up later. Looks very new, this.
Oh, the triple chocolate though.
So we're around the side of Darren Brown's Ghost Train here, or as I call this bit, Darren Brown's warehouse, because they ran out of money on the theming here.
We have actually seen Darren Brown.
Yeah, we have seen him.
Very good.
He is very good. We saw him at Dartford for one of my birthday presents. Because this is closed, very few people know, but this walkway is currently open. So if you want to go around the back of Storm Surge, you can do it now. Obviously, Walking Dead the Ride, being an indoor attraction, is closed until May 17th, assuming government guidelines allow it. But I'll be excited to get back on this. I know people give this one a lot of stick. People give it a lot of stick, but X was not that great in my opinion.
This better.
When it was X No Way Out, the original theme, grand. But now that it's when it was themed to just X, I didn't personally enjoy it. I thought the music was cool. I thought it was cool, but it was just lacking. And this kind, well, this kind of gives it a new lease of life with some story. So I do like this. That's my controversial comment for the day. Just like the entrance to that side of the shop shut, but we should be able to go in that shop later on and see what merch they've got. So I'm getting absolutely peppered. They've got their water jets on up here on Storm Surge, and I'm getting absolutely soaked. I'm going to have to wipe the lens in a minute. Last season they were running a policy where you had to be in a group of 4 on this because of a weight requirement in the dinghies, and of course if you're not in a party of 4 like us, you can't go on it, which is really sad. So we're just going to double check, because I do like this one. You don't get too wet. Well, now they've got the sprayers on, you might do. But let's have a look. There's no queue, so I'm assuming that is why, because there's a minimum amount. So running the same policy as they did last season on this one, which sadly means I'm not going to be going on it for a little while. Known as the eyesore of Thorpe Park, but it's a shame because it would be nice to go on in this sort of weather. So let's have a look in the Megastore while it's not too busy. Thorpe Park are doing a policy where they give you a basket as you go into the shop to count people in and out, so let's jump in. So it's had a total refresh in here. It's like totally been refitted. Much more space in here now, but they're still running the one-way system around here. Got any new masks? The Saw one,
That's
yeah,
cool.
I think that one's new, but the other ones, they were all here last season. Get those for £6. You obviously get your annual pass discount if you're an annual pass holder. And there is some signage for the Black Mirror Labyrinth, which we'll go around and have a look at after this.
You can access like the sign now. You can get close to it.
Yeah, you can get closer because it uses the old slammer queue. But like I say, we'll have a look at that in a minute. So Thorpe Park always have a good line of merch, which I absolutely love, especially their clothing. It used to be really over the top. It's now much more subtle, and you could wear it outside of a theme park, which is something that I really like. My bank lunch is always in trouble when we come to a theme park. So they've still got their Oktoberfest mugs here, which I find really strange, and they're not on sale. So that's like the equivalent of selling Scarefest merch now. Would have thought they'd be discounted. Right, so we've got some new pins along here. You've got a Vortex pin, a new Tidal Wave pin, which is like the old logo. That's pretty cool. We've got some new restaurants. Pirates 4D, they seem to all be doing their retro pins. Here you go, Detonator, 20 years old.
I kind of like that one.
Yeah, that's the original logo for Detonator. Obviously, Detonator, Zodiac and Vortex, built in 2001, are 20 years old this year, so they're doing an anniversary pin for it.
Oh, this is cool. But this is part of the set, the Tidal Wave one.
So Thorpe Park are doing a deal on their pins at the moment. 3 standard pins for £10, which actually isn't bad a deal. You know, Alton Towers are up there to £5 a pin, so they are cheap here, £4.50 a pin.
Heinekens because of that.
Yeah.
Alton Towers.
So the shop is looking really nice and fresh. Lots of new merch in there. I'm liking the new airy scents in there. We're going to head round towards Darren Brown's Ghost Train again, around the back of Old Town or Canada Creek, and have a look at the Black Mirror Labyrinth. So crowd levels at the moment, it is pretty quiet around here, as we've already established. Everyone's in the Nemesis Inferno queue.
Or Saw.
Or Saw, which is where we're heading now, kind of. I want to go on Saw. I love Saw. Although it's just a Gerstlauer Eurofighter, it's a really good one, and the theming is second to none on it. Let's hope it's not running really fast and rough. I won't be happy if I absolutely bash the hell out of my head. So yeah, we're just going past the Wilderness Kitchen and Bar, which leads round to where they used to be the Sticky Sisters. They did some really nice food in there at one point, but this is where the new Black Mirror Labyrinth maze is, just behind here. I just want to point out the new map. So the new map is much more simpler. It's like a top-down view. There's no like 3D aspect to it. Kind of just shows you where you are. No silly designs. Obviously the Black Mirror Labyrinth is down here.
Luke literally doesn't need this map.
No, I don't. I do think it's cool. Like, if they want to get rid of their old ones, hook me up. I will gladly take that. I've got the map from Oakwood Theme Park on my wall at the moment.
Still don't know where that's going to go.
I'd have that on my wall, or the old one at least. Right, so around here, we're around the side. Like, you can go around the front. We'll go around there in a minute. But we got the Black Mirror Labyrinth maze, which is the new attraction opening this year. It utilises the old slammer queue, which is still standing but not operating. Like, you can actually see through the trees that the actual ride vehicles are still on the end of the slammer's arms. Like, it'd be interesting when they get rid of this. Like, it's just standing there doing nothing, taking space up. But before this ride opened, I was kind of like, what's Black Mirror? I'd heard of it, but not very much. So during the first lockdown, I actually watched all the series of Black Mirror, and I love it. It is a brilliant series. If you haven't watched Black Mirror and you've got Netflix, give it a watch. It's really worth it. So here's the head-on view of the Black Mirror Labyrinth maze. Like I say, it literally uses the slammer queue, like no detours other than when you get to the ride. It's not actually a ride, it's like a walkthrough, but it takes place in the, I can't remember, this was Do or Die, wasn't it? The Walking Dead scare maze. So it'll be interesting to see what's in there. It takes place in the back of the old X building, or Walking Dead the ride now. Be interesting to see this one next month. So the old railway from Canada Creek Railway. That's all Old Town is now, just an old town with nothing in it other than a food outlet and Rocky Express. Well, yeah, you got some kids' rides here. Like these came from Weymouth Sea Life. We've got some street performers. Hello.
Hi.
It's good to see that they're actually investing in street performers in all the parks now.
Yeah.
Obviously we haven't been to Chesterton yet, so we don't know whether they've done the same. But yeah, like I was saying, these have come from Weymouth Sea Life Centre. I say this every time, to be honest. Obviously utilising the old entrance.
Maze, that one.
Oh, what, Blackpool 15, I was just about to say. The old Canada Creek Railway Station. Yeah, hopefully this season we'll be back for Friday. So we've got some new fencing along here where Loggers Leap is. It would be a perfect day to go on Loggers Leap. If you stand around here and you just anchor your camera over the fence, there's the old final drop for Loggers Leap. Still standing there, still standing proud through the trees. No RMC there yet. And the station building, which is the Freak Creek Maze, still has its Freak Creek theming on it. I wonder if later this year we'll be able to actually go on this scare maze rather than this being a scare zone like last year. So this here is the Diana Memorial, which actually they've got rid of the plaque. That's strange. Maybe they're doing some work on it, but yeah, there's normally a plaque here, Princess Diana, one of the old original Thorpe Park boats where you can kind of see the logo through it. So I'm loving the theming they put on the old building for Loggers Leap here, like just themes it up nicely, and obviously this is a really good scare maze. Like I say, hopefully later this year we'll be running out there screaming. Yeah, with the chainsaw guy where you got separated from me.
I had to go with Lewis.
Aww.
Nothing against you, Lewis.
Anyway, we're coming around the back of Colossus now, which every year seems to get whiter and whiter and whiter. Please, Merlin, if anyone is watching, please just invest and repaint it for Christ's sake and give it lap bar trains, because when Flamingo Island open their one, I'm going to be going there to ride theirs, because I bet it's better than this one. Anyway, coming round to where Saw the Ride is now and the Samurai, and I think that's going to be our next ride of the day. Bit of a queue for this one, but a brilliant Eurofighter nonetheless. So one more thing to note is that they've actually got rid of the tunnel for platform 15 this year. If I remember correctly, it was here all of last season, so whether they're changing the maze, I don't know.
No, you'd never get done that.
Saw the Ride, looking quite fresh actually. It looks like they might have cleaned up around here a bit. Some new signage on the shop for sure.
They cannot change this ride. This is such a good thing.
It will be interesting to see if they ever get rid of the licensing for it, or whether they just paid for like a licensing that doesn't expire. But if they lose the theming for this, I don't know what they're doing. We'll just lose part of its brilliance. So the police car's back this year, and it's behind a fence now because people get vandalising it. It's advertising a 60-minute queue. 60 minutes, but I can't believe that because it's not to here. It probably is using the extension, but I think we're just going to wait this one out and get on this one. So I'm going to guess around 40 minutes for this. It's queuing from here, it's using the extension queue, but it isn't going to get much quieter, this one.
Yeah. Just sounds shocked.
So exactly literally 45 minutes in and we're in the building now, so we should be on this very quick. Right guys, going to be basically straight on this one now, so we'll see what we get off. So all in all, we waited for 55 minutes and that got us 1 minute off and out of the station. So good time management by Thorpe Park. They always whopping trains out on that. Obviously it doesn't hold a lot of people at normal times with the social distancing.
The queues aren't even that long.
Yeah, it's not too bad today. With the social distancing on that one, obviously it's one group per row, so obviously it was us two and another party of two in front of us. So it was, you know, they're doing it well though. They've got enough trains on it. I think they've got like 8 trains on it. Anyway, we're going to head off and have our lunch now, which is back at the car, which is coming past where the Soar Alive maze is. And I've said this every year, they need to do something with this, because like if they rip this queue out, they could probably fit a small flat ride here. I was saying to Louise, it would be quite interesting if they brought something like the Retro Squad over to Thorpe Park. I think it would go really well.
Like this is the demographic.
Like yeah, if Alton Towers, or if not Alton Towers, if Merlin Entertainments have a long lease on those rides, maybe bring them here next season. There's plenty of places. Well, they could bring a few, like you've got the place where Bouncezilla normally goes, which actually has a marquee there at the moment, but you can fit one there. I'm trying to think where you can fit another one, probably where the stage is, over by Darren Brown's Ghost Train, and I'm sure we could find somewhere to squeeze another flat in. But yeah, so far having a really good day. The crowd levels felt busier. It felt busier, but I think that's because we were in one that has a longer queue. But yeah, in general, it's nice and quiet. There's no busyness on the paths. That's why I like coming to these theme parks in the middle of the week. We'll have to go on Rush later, one of my favourite swinging rides in the country, if not the world. Later on might get on Colossus, not entirely sure yet. It's got quite a long queue. I don't know whether it's down to one train at the moment, because it did break down earlier, which is a shame, but it seems to be up and running now. So in the space where Bouncezilla normally goes, they've got this marquee, which is a good place to have your lunch, nice seating area. We're going to be heading up to the dome. I think you can now exit round the side of the domes. However, we want to fill up the freestyle mug before we go for our lunch. Right, so we are back from lunch now. We just had like 30 minutes or so, sit down in the car, had a nice yummy salmon salad, sounding healthy but really not. Yeah, because we have the treats with it as well. But we're being good today. Anyway, we're heading back into the park and Louise has talked me into it. We're going on Tidal Wave. Like, I can't
regret it so much.
I can't say no to Tidal Wave on weather like this. I love Tidal Wave. It is a really good water ride, but it's one of those super soakers. But I've got shorts and a t-shirt on, so I can wring that out. And it's nice. It's nice and hot. It's about 17 degrees at the moment, so I'll brave it. I'll do it. I'll get soaked, and hopefully my shoes won't get too wet. And then we'll probably do Congo River Rapids, and then jump on another coaster. I'm voting for Nemi. Just to give you a gauge on some queue times at the moment. Swarm 10 minutes, Stealth 10 minutes, and it's just changed on me. Oh. Here we go, the ride that I love, but I'll instantly regret, I just know it. Tidal Wave is nothing more than a super soaker. 21 years old this year. Oh my god, there's no escaping it. Like, I could just see the wet t-shirts from here. Why'd you make me do this? Like, it's an impressive water ride. And when it opened, it was Europe's tallest water ride. I don't think it holds that record anymore. But it's a nice day, so I guess we're dry nice and quick, I guess. I can bring my t-shirt out. So obviously last season it was changed from Dr Pepper to Oasis sponsoring, and it was just original sauce before then. So yeah, it's got all the Oasis branding on it. It's looking actually very fresh for its 21st year. Got some good theming in this queue, like the destroyed stuff. It's a very cheap theme, the destroyed stuff, because you just destroy stuff and put it in your queue. No, the toilet's overflowing. So obviously Thorpe Park are using the same system as Alton Towers, trying out this eye magic. We'll have to give that a go after we've been on this to see whether it's recognised our faces on anything. see some of the boats out of the water. They've got big old guide wheels on these ones. Right, so we're going to be mid-boat, which isn't the worst place to sit in all fairness, but you're going to come off soaked. Oh my god, why?
I regret already.
Right, so we've come off of Tidal Wave and I am absolutely soaked. To be honest, the trousers survived quite well. My shoes are alright, apart from the backs.
My shoes are fine.
Like, I am soaked.
I don't look bad because I'm wearing black.
Like, I am going to wring my t-shirt out so it dries quicker, but that was pleasant. It's just cold.
I enjoyed that.
The water is just so cold. That's the problem. I don't know why I expect it to be warm, but give us a minute and then we're going to head over to Rumba Rapids. Right, so let's see how wet I got. So I won't bore you with the same on-ride video again on the Rumba Rapids, so that's where we're going next. So we'll see you afterwards.
Please remain seated at all times. Keep your arms and legs inside the boat.
So Thorpe Park's idea of a 20-minute queue, that's apparently what the queue is for this one. We're going to be basically on it in a few minutes. So the 20-minute queue turned out to be literally 5 minutes, if that. We're going to go on Nemesis next. We're just going to bite the bullet because this one is going to have a long queue all day. It's only advertised in half an hour, I think. So we'll jump on this. One of my favourite B&Ms in the country. It is a good one. Let's get in the queue for Nemesis Inferno. A little bit of a misjudge there, not a half an hour queue, a 50-minute queue for Nemesis Inferno, but I think it was worth the wait. That is a good coaster. We're in the last hour of operations now, it's just gone 4 o'clock and we're going to be going into the Nemesis shop, or you can actually sneak around the side now. So do you want to go in the shop? I'm going to have to put my face mask on. So obviously with Merlin changing over to PomVom now rather than Pixolve, all the screens are off while they're rebranded. He's just looking at our picture.
Wow, you look demented.
Posing for that camera. It's still got the exit for the older, like, I'm a Celebrity Jungle Escape, that's what it's called now. Yeah, we went on it when it was I'm a Celebrity, obviously now it's an upcharge.
Do you think that's how you get to it?
No, well, they've actually totally boarded that off now, so I don't know whether they're going to be using it. Anyway, you don't go into the shop now, you just go straight through and out. Still got some of the old Miss Hippo's Fungal Safari vehicles around here. And we're going to be heading off around to Old Town and going around to see what the queue's like for Colossus. So another thing that's new for this season, they actually have a Fast Pass kiosk where you can buy your single shop Fast Passes on a touchscreen, £10 a pop. I don't know if you get annual pass discount on them, but maybe we'll have a look another time. We're not going to look now because obviously we don't want fast pass. But it's interesting to see that they've changed the fast pass kiosk. So like I was saying, Jungle Escape is totally boarded off now, and of course that was the entrance to the scare maze, which I always forget the name of because it was such a bad one. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they actually use it this year. It's Roots of Evil, that was the one, just came back to me. It's all boarded off. Obviously around here, Darren Brown's Ghost Train is very barren. And sadly the Waffle Meister's shut. They do a banging waffle here. The ones at Alton Towers are really nice. Alright, so Colossus is on a half-hour queue. We're going to give this one a miss today. Louise isn't the biggest fan of this one. It is quite rough. Like I say, I'm really excited for when Flamingo Land actually open their version 2.0 one of these, as they've got lap bars and they're a bit smoother. Every time we go past Colossus, but my god, it needs some work. Yeah, they did this a couple of seasons ago and it was like, oh my god, you're going to repaint it? And then you just like see the rest of the track. Like this coaster, it needs some work. Like 2002 is literally, it's 20 years old next year. So hopefully for their 20th anniversary, they'll do it up a bit and give it a paint job and buy new seats for it. We can live in hope. Right, so we're winding down the day now. We're going to be going on this one. Winding down the day on Rush, the 2005 SNS Screaming Swing. One of the first of the larger variants of this. Before this one, I think they only held like 4 people a swing. So this was a real upstep for SNS when they released this model. But it's really good. I'm not the biggest fan of swinging ships and that sort of ride, but this one, I love it. So a quick ride on Rush there. I do like that one. That scares the hell out of you, doesn't it?
Someone always steals our seats. They're like, go to this seat.
Yeah, they always there. I don't think people hear what the operators are saying when they give them seats, and we kind of went to sit down. It's like, well, there's no social distance in here.
They should allocate you as you come to the gate. Like,
it's because it was basically walk on. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's coming into the last half hour of operation now. So we're going to go on Swarm. Do you want to go on Stealth then Swarm, or do you want to just go Swarm? Swarm, okay. So Swarm has a 5-minute wait. Stealth also has a 5-minute wait.
We will probably do both.
Well, do you want to head that way, then we're going back to the entrance, or what? Ah, making it awkward for you. Okay, let's go over to Stealth first. Walking past Storm Surge at the moment, the ride that we can't ride because there's not enough of us.
We have no friends.
Oh, it's a shame. Right, so we're not going to be waiting long to get on this Stealth. Second ride of the day on this, and then we're going to be going for a re-ride on Swarm. Right, so we've just come off of Stealth. That's a good ride on that. I swear it just feels faster and faster all the time. That I really wanted to roll back on that in the past, but like obviously now it just would never roll back because it goes over the hill so fast. Anyway, day's coming to an end now. We've got 15 minutes. We're going to head over to Swarm and finish our day on. Yeah, final B&M ride of the day. Right, so here we go. It's going to be the last ride of the day. Another B&M beast, the Swarm. Point out earlier on this is the helicopter's now got its smoke effects working again and the blades are spinning, but they've drained the little pond, so the water effect isn't working when the Swarm goes past, which is a shame. Hopefully it's not off for long.
They can only fix one thing at a time.
Yeah, one thing at a time. Break it and then fix it later. Alright, it's the last ride of the day. Let's go on the Swarm. Right, so basically walk on to the Swarm. Good ride to end the day?
Yeah, it was very good.
Do enjoy that. It's 5 o'clock on the nose, or a couple of minutes too. Yeah, back ride on the flip side, so that's the right hand side. It's a couple of minutes to 5, so we're going to go see if we can get on depth charge. Failing that, that will be the end of the day, and I think that's a good one to end on if we can't get on depth charge. Sadly, we've just missed the depth charge queue. They've just shut the gate on it, so sadly that is the end of today's vlog. But I've had a very, very good day. Like,
same.
It's been like moderately crowded today.
I always have a good day at Thorpe.
When the weather's good, it's an amazing time. Like I say, crowd-wise, it's not been dead, but it's been nice. There's been a nice atmosphere.
Yeah, it's not like so quiet.
Just went through like a swarm of bees or something, flies.
Bees?
Well, flies.
I was just saying, it's nice to have some people there. But like, because then it feels like a buzz and atmosphere.
With
like
that, and you find when it's just walk-ons, you're done within like 10 minutes. Like you come in the park, it's like, well, get some rewrites done after the first hour, which I enjoy. But like, I like to space them out a bit. Getting older now. So yeah, we're heading round to the dome now, where we're going to be departing and ending the vlog. Right guys, so I'm going to end the vlog there. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Leave us a like, it really means a lot. And we'll see you in the next video. Till then, see you later.
Bye.